Hello? Hey, hello? Anybody there? Rick the Realtor. Coming in, ready or not, here I come. Anybody home? Hello? Home evaluation. So you got your real estate license and now your broker owner is telling you to knock on doors. Look, there's nothing wrong with knocking on doors if you do it the right way. You do not just want to go and door knock blindly. I'm going to teach you here on this video how to maximize your time while door knocking. Now, give me some love, smash that subscribe button, leave some comments if you like, so I can continue giving this awesome value. Okay, check this out. When you're door knocking, if you're gonna go out there and knock on doors anyway, I'm gonna give you a really quick tip that's gonna change your life. Ready? I think one of the most powerful things that we have as human beings is our words. Our words hold power. But I'm gonna get into the script next. Right now I'm talking about the words that go through your head. I want you to substitute the word door knocking to house hunting. You're no longer a door knocker, you're a house hunter. So let me tell you how I teach on how to knock on doors. The first thing I do is not ask my agents to get in the car and start knocking on doors. First thing I do is actually on the computer. We get leads in a neighborhood through geofarming and geotargeting. First thing you have to do is you have to pick a neighborhood that you want to lock in, okay? Once you lock in that neighborhood, then we go to step 2. But let's give you a couple of tips on what to look for when looking at a neighborhood. Number 1, since you're gonna be door knocking on it, I would like to make life easy for you. So find a convenient neighborhood that is close to your day-to-day. You know, you don't wanna have to drive 2 hours to get to this neighborhood. If this is a neighborhood that is on the way to your gym, or on the way dropping off the schools to the kids, or your specific neighborhood, that would be a good one. But number 2 on picking the neighborhood is you also want to make sure that this neighborhood has a high turnover. You want to pick a neighborhood that has a high turnover. So how do you find out a neighborhood that has high turnover? You go into your MLS, you find the houses in a specific neighborhood that have very low DOM. DOM stands for days on market. So if houses in that neighborhood are selling quickly, within 5 days, 7 days, 10 days, whatever the number in your market is, that is a good neighborhood to lock in. Because when you do get those listings, they will sell. So you want to target neighborhoods with high turnover, okay? So instead of focusing on that luxury market, because move-up buyers are awesome to target because you have the sale of their smaller home and you have the buy of a home that they want to move into that's bigger. Let's say a couple moves into a townhouse. It was good while they were just a couple, but now they have a family and they need a bigger home. I love those neighborhoods because you're going to sell their smaller home, which is easier to sell, and now you're going to help them buy their bigger home. Bam, okay? Makes sense? The other thing I want you to look on is days on market on your MLS. We want to make sure that these houses that you pick are selling quickly. The way to do that is go into your MLS, pick out the neighborhood, look at the days on market. If they're selling in 5 days, 7 days, 2 weeks, whatever's quick in your neighborhood, you're good to go. Now that you picked your neighborhood, the next thing we want to do is geo-target that neighborhood. So you can do this through Facebook ads, Instagram ads. You can find all the IP addresses of people that live there in that neighborhood. They will be seeing your advertisements coming onto their phone. That's not this video, okay? But you need to learn how to do this because a lot of times when you are focusing on that neighborhood and they're seeing you scroll through their smartphone constantly, when you go knock on their door, they're gonna recognize you. It's amazing, you become a local celebrity in that neighborhood. Now that you picked the neighborhood, you've geo-targeted that area, that neighborhood, so you become more familiar. Now you're gonna go ahead and you're going to run ads that are giving you buyer leads in that neighborhood. You run ads that give you buyer leads in that neighborhood. Remember, I'm not teaching you how to door knock, I'm teaching you how to house hunt. So now that you're marketing that neighborhood, you are getting buyers in that specific neighborhood. Let's call this neighborhood Churchill Meadows. Now you have all these buyer leads coming in Churchill Meadows. How did you get those leads? Different video, but real quickly, you ran ad campaigns for your free list of homes in Churchill Meadows. Click here. Boom. Now you have those buyers in that neighborhood, and now you're using these buyers to get listings while you're door knocking. That's called house hunting. Now let's say through running those ad campaigns, you run into a buyer named Jim. Jim wants a house in Churchill Meadows. Wow, that's the neighborhood you have already geo-targeted, and that's a neighborhood that you have focused on because of the turnover and the low days on market. Perfect. Now you have hundreds of buyers that want in that neighborhood, for example, but let's use Jim. Now you go to door knock. Let's go to the next step, which is the script. This is where real estate agents go wrong. They get the script wrong. They randomly go knock on doors, trying to hustle their way into home evaluations. That's not authentic. That's not even smart. Now I've equipped you with the tools, and now let me give you the tactic. Now you go ahead and you knock on that door. Hey, sorry to disturb you. My name is Rick. I work with eXp Realty. Look, I probably understand that you don't like when people knock on your doors because I don't like when people knock on mine. Believe you me, I don't like being on the other side of this door. But here's my problem. I'm focusing on this neighborhood, and I actually have a list of people that want to move into Churchill Meadows. Now, that's not just words. If you invite me in one day, I can show you my list of buyers that are looking in Churchill Meadows. Having said that, this is not about me today, it's about Jim. Let me tell you about Jim. Jim is looking to buy in this area because him and his wife just had a baby, and they get free babysitting in this neighborhood. As you know, if you ever had children, the free babysitting is very important. They have free babysitting because Jim's mom also lives in Churchill Meadows. So here I am knocking on doors in this neighborhood so I can represent my client and prove myself as a professional and actually find Jim a home. Now, do you know of anybody in the neighborhood that is looking to sell? Because I need to find Jim this house. And at this point, guys, you just be quiet. Do you see how authentic this message is? It's authentic because you've done the steps before. You've targeted the neighborhood. You actually found a list of buyers that want to be in that neighborhood. This is how you farm a neighborhood. Okay? Let's go back into the script. The person says, yes, actually, a neighbor two doors down was looking to sell their property. They're actually painting it now. Perfect. Now you just got a lead. You've also showcased yourself as a professional in that neighborhood. That other person across from you on that door feels your authenticity. Don't just leave it there. So that person is going to say yes, no, or maybe. Okay? They say yes, cool. Lock them in for a free home evaluation. Yes, we were actually looking to sell. Okay, let's make an appointment. I won't bother you now, but when can I come back so I can look at your property and I can show you actually what Jim is looking for and see if it matches? Cool. If they say no, cool. Listen, hey, is it okay if I keep you informed with my market report? What I do is I specialize in Churchill Meadows. I'm going to mail you a list or email you a list of all the homes that sell in this neighborhood, and I'm going to keep you up to date with cool things that are happening within Churchill Meadows. New sporting events that are happening. I do a pumpkin drive here every October. Is that okay? Okay. Can I get your email address and your phone number? Perfect. Now you are making friends in the neighborhood that you want to farm. Now, if they say the maybe, same thing. Email address, phone number, get them permission to send them the market report. Now, when you get home that evening, send them a nice thank you email of meeting them. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, it was awesome meeting you. I look forward to keeping in touch. We will be sending you the market report. It has a lot of good value, but listen, if you ever don't want it anymore, I don't want to bother you because I don't like when people bother me, especially on my inbox. You can just unsubscribe at any time. Now what you guys have done is you have a method of really being effective while you're door knocking, because you're not door knocking, you're house hunting. So let's recap. You picked a neighborhood, which is your farm now. In that farm, you have geo-targeted advertisement so you look like the local celebrity. That geo-targeting is gonna have branded advertisement and unbranded. You're gonna brand yourself as the local expert, so when they see you door knocking, you're gonna be familiar, and the unbranded ads are gonna help you get those buyer leads that want to live in Churchill Meadows. For your free list of homes that just got listed in Churchill Meadows, that's what your ad is gonna read. Now you have buyers. All you're doing now is matching the buyers to sellers. In a neighborhood that has good turnover and a low days on market, now you have your door knocking skills, you have your scripts. Listen, if you found value in this video, it would really mean a lot to me if you subscribe. I want to get this value out there. If you want, you can like it as well. Thank you guys, and we'll see you next time.